Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The mayor of Hazleton has concerns about the number of positive coronavirus cases in the city. Mayor Jeff Cassatt believes the number of positive cases now exceed 200. He contacted the staff at Governor Tom Wolf's office about residents who are impacted here, but also maintain addresses in New York and New Jersey. The mayor's calling for state statistics that incorporate the situation, so he has accurate numbers to properly plan the city's continued pandemic response. Case counts are important for obtaining federal aid, as well as the need for getting ventilators and other personal protective gear for the area. Luzerne County Manager David Pedri agrees with Cassatt and plans to draft a letter to the governor asking him to count dual resident cases in the county's COVID-19 statistics. Employees at a Luzerne County distribution center are concerned about the spread of the coronavirus at their facility. That's why they initiated an online petition to temporarily close the Amazon Fulfillment Center in the Humboldt Industrial Park to be properly cleansed and sanitized. 9 cases were reported at the facility, and workers are concerned that proper steps are not being taken to keep them safe. The petition states that social distancing at the facility is almost impossible. A spokesperson for Amazon said the company's taking steps to stop the spread of the virus while consulting with health authorities on how to handle building closures for deep cleaning. The employee petition says a temporary shutdown to completely disinfect the facility will give employees some peace of mind. Fullington Trailways announced it will suspend service in Pennsylvania and New York for the remainder of the month. A notice was posted on the company's website stating that daily departures in both states were suspended in consideration of federal and state recommendations to limit travel. The company wants passengers, drivers, and employees to be safe given the current environment. The suspension will remain in effect until April 30th. Fine wine and good spirits are back. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board resumed limited e-commerce sales and deliveries. Customers will be limited to purchasing up to 6 bottles per transaction from a reduced catalog of wines and spirits. The orders must be shipped to home or non-store addresses, and only 1 order per address will be fulfilled per day. The PLCB's fulfilling orders from various facilities while implementing faculty sanitation, social distancing, and limiting the number of employees working in any facility at any time. You can place your orders at finewineandgoodspirits.com. For now, the agency is not considering reopening any of its store doors. Rush Township Police have charged a personal care aide for allegedly stealing medication from a man in her care. 45-year-old Catherine White of Summit Hill allegedly took the medication from a 76-year-old care-dependent male at his hometown residence back in March. She was charged yesterday with neglect of care, theft by unlawful taking, receiving stolen property, and unlawful possession of a controlled substance. Kids can keep their minds sharp during the COVID-19 crisis thanks to an online program. WYLN's Julie Stefanovic has the details on TumbleBooks.
The United Way of Wyoming Valley and the Oosterhout Library have partnered to support a free online service for children during the COVID-19 emergency. The organization is fundamentally committed to make sure that children have access to early learning materials and books.
Recently, United Way of Wyoming Valley became aware that the TumbleBook Library was going to be available to all public libraries all across the country, and I did some investigation to see what it was all about. Plus, as a mom of a 7 and 8-year-old, it was very appealing to me that they might be able to have free access to online books. So once we were test driving it here at home, I thought this is perfect.
TumbleBooks has removed its fee during the crisis so that families have access to the program.
And TumbleBooks is really an online ebook system that is free and easily accessible. So you can access TumbleBooks on your mobile device, you could access it on a tablet, you can access it on a desktop computer or a laptop, as long as you have internet access. And it's got hundreds of book titles that will be appealing to children of all ages.
Deemer, who has 2 children of her own, say that it's not a hard sell to have kids use the resource.
Again, it's the video platform that is probably most appealing to children. Now, my children, they love to read. They're good readers, so it's really not hard for me to get them to sit down and read with us. That's something we do on a regular basis, as I'm sure many families do. But when you say, hey, kids, you want to watch a video about children's books, and you see their eyes light up like Christmas trees. It's something new, it's something different. I mean, by now we're all starting to get a little bored of some of the things that we have around our house, so we hope that TumbleBooks is something that's new and very appealing to young children.
The United Way of Wyoming Valley is currently hosting its annual Children's Book Drive, where members of the community can donate gently used books. TumbleBooks is also expected to be offered free of charge throughout the summer months. For more information, visit the Oosterhout's Library website or unitedwaywilkes-barre.org. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up on Wyln News, we get physical with virtual therapy. Plus, Georgios is still firing up their ovens during the pandemic. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Lorelai, and I'm 7 years old, and tomorrow it's going great.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. You want to use cars? We've got them. We've got tons and tons of pre-owned cars. We're getting more and more every day. We're also going to bring to you Tax Match Fever. We'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. And if you're not getting one, we'll give you a $1,000 trade assistance. That's right, we'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. If you're looking for a great car at a great price, get to Blaze Alexander Hazleton. Check out our whole inventory online at blazealexander.com, and then you'll see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Wyln presents Community Update on Coronavirus. Monday through Friday live at 3 p.m. with rebroadcasts at 7 p.m. and 10 a.m. the following morning. Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, PBS 39, Adams Outdoor, and Wyln. We're your local network.
You can still practice social distancing while getting physical with virtual therapy. Wyln's Phil Kaufman safely stopped by physical therapy and balance centers this afternoon to find out how.
During the pandemic, physical therapy continues to be an essential service to the public. Here at the Churchill Mall is Physical, an innovative physical therapy business adapting and continuing to serve during these times.
Physical what we've tried to create here is more than just physical therapy, but more of a wellness/health center. We're working at trying to develop a new model for physical therapy. We are what we call a manual therapy clinic, so we use a lot of hands-on type techniques. Basically, our goal is to help people get better, overcome their injuries, and live a long, happy, healthy life, which is why we incorporated the gym aspect to it.
Physical takes every step to ensure the health and safety of both staff and clientele, as well as offering a new service for those who wish to stay at home.
A lot of insurances, not all, but a lot of insurances have allowed us to do what we call e-visits and telehealth, which essentially is doing physical therapy visits through a way of communication. We use laptops, cell phones, iPads, and whatever a person has available at home So we'll customize it to their needs. So essentially what it is we meet one-on-one with someone online. We send them a link that they can very easily click on, which allows them communication to us, and we'll basically run them through the physical therapy program, take them through their exercise programs, make sure they're doing it properly. If they're not, we can give them corrections, and if they're doing it too easy, we can make it harder, we can make it easier, and hopefully people are finding benefits from that as well.
As the reports of case numbers continue to grow, and with the statewide stay-at-home order being issued, it's important to remember staying healthy includes caring for yourself beyond avoiding COVID-19.
The goal is to prevent people from going to tie up the time of the medical doctors and also the hospitals, to leave those facilities for people who are sick, especially with the coronavirus. This way, the medical doctors and nurses can concentrate on those people without having to worry about someone that's coming in with back pain. For example, if they sprain their shoulder, we can actually look inside the shoulder to see if it's something that's serious that you really need to go see like a physician for, or if it's like a sprain or a strain. And this way is something that we can manage without having to see a medical doctor as such.
Reporting from Hazleton, this is Philip Kaufman with Wyln News.
Thanks, Phil. Some have had to close up shop during these tough times. Others, like Georgios, have still been able to keep Hazleton happy and fed. Wyln's Rhino Sachi has more.
Businesses across Pennsylvania are adjusting to the ever-changing orders from the governor to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Georgios Pizzeria is just one of the countless Commonwealth businesses forced to adapt to these mitigation efforts.
Well, it's tough right now because we're currently doing takeout and delivery, but I mean, our dine-in is what really helps us. We love seeing our customers come in on a daily basis, so that's not happening. You know, we miss seeing their faces and being able to talk to them. It's tough because my whole family's in the pizza business, and you know, we're all trying to make a living, support our families, and it's rough, you know, because you're trying to help the customers and you can't do what you want to do.
Despite the business doing takeout and delivery only, the original business hours remain intact.
Hours have not changed. We're still doing from 10 to 10, Monday through Friday. Saturdays are from 3 to 10. We doubled up on our delivery drivers, trying to get to everybody as quickly as possible, which is tough because, you know, you can only move as fast as the food cooks, so.
After doubling their delivery driving staff, Georgios has been able to cover more ground.
The furthest we go out to is Beaver Meadows. We go out to Humboldt, Valmont, pretty much anywhere in Hazleton and West Hazleton area.
The Georgios family wants to make sure everyone is staying healthy and safe during these trying times.
You know, everyone stay safe, listen to what the news says, you know, stay inside, you know, take care of your family. But if you want food, we will deliver to anywhere you're at, so.
If you want Georgios, be sure to give them a ring at 570-459-1818. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Rhino Sachi.
Thanks, Ryan. I've had my fair share of Hazleton pizza since I got hired here, and that was my first slice of Georgios. Yep, won't be my last. Now, as the region continues to battle COVID-19, St. Luke's University Health Network has temporarily closed several outpatient care centers and reduced hours in others. Those outpatient care centers that have closed or changed their hours are listed up on your screen. In Jim Thorpe, Switchback Lab on Center Avenue is closed, and St. Luke's Care Now on North Street no longer has weekend hours. Their new hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And in Tamaqua, St. Luke's Wound Management on Broad Street will be temporarily closed. Patients can follow up in the Lehighton Wound Care Center. Coming up on Boston Run's News Choice, we learn all about Hillside SPCA and Community in You. Plus, Americans are breaking records, and not the good kind. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Coronavirus is now in our community and changing the way we live, but rest assured that your partners at Lehigh Valley Health Network are here for you. If you think that you have coronavirus or been exposed to someone who does, the most important thing you can do is stay home. Lehigh Valley Health Network is providing free screenings online and by phone. Complete an e-visit, call the MyLVHN hotline, or do an LVHN video visit. Know the symptoms, get the facts, and get screened from home at lvhn.org/COVID-19.
Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
On this week's segment, we're back at the Hillside SPCA in Pottsville. The facility, nestled in the heart of Schuylkill County, is a nonprofit no-kill animal shelter. It was run for over 3 decades by manager Barbara Umlauf, who passed away in December.
Hillside's running for almost 34 years now. Excuse me. It's a good place to work. Dogs get to run free here. They're not locked in crates or locked up 24/7. All the dogs that are good with other dogs get to run and play all day long like a normal dog should. The ones that aren't so good with other dogs get several walks a day. They get mountain walks, they get time in a big yard to run and free and exercise. And they're all very spoiled here. Let me tell you, they're all very loved. We love them like they're our own.
The employees and volunteers are the heartbeat of Hillside, and the new management is committed to taking care of the animals that pass through the doors.
It's an emotional job, a stressful job, but very rewarding at the same time. You know, that kind of confuses people. We go home every night, and you're supposed to leave your work at work. You can't in a place like this. You know, we think of the animals all the time. I've started out with 1 building, which the cats and the dogs resided in, and now we're up to 5 buildings. And that's all thanks to Barbara Umlauf, who raised the money and was able to build it to what it is today. And without her, there would be so many homeless animals. And sadly, since her passing, December 20th, we do have new management, which I said I'm the assistant manager now, and Tricia Moyer-Menser is the manager of the dog side. And we have Becky Moyer, who is the manager of the cat side. So there's lots of changes since, like, over the last few months, but we're just trying to do our best to continue doing what Barbara did. Barbara's life was these dogs and cats, and that's what we want to do, is keep her legacy alive. You know, it's, like I said, it's a wonderful place to work. We have phenomenal volunteers that are here daily, weekly. They come and sit with dogs, spend time with them, they walk them. All that extra attention helps the dogs a lot.
Fund was also set up in honor and memory of Barbara Umlauf's children, which helps out with the animals' medical cost.
Joe and Caroline's Fund is how all our dogs are vetted. They get spayed, neutered, microchipped, they get their shots, and without all our amazing donators, we're so grateful to all of them, because without them, Joe and Caroline's Fund wouldn't exist. And that is the one thing Barbara felt very strongly about. It was for both her kids that have passed, and for their love of animals is why she started it. But everybody, for the most part, is up to date on everything. So basically, when they get adopted, they just need a well visit.
The community can help out the shelter by either making monetary donations, volunteering, or bringing much needed items needed for daily pet care.
They can come any day of the week. We're open 365 days a year. Usually the best time to volunteer is like between 9 and 2. Donations are always, that's what keeps us running. Newspapers, dog food, wet and dry for both dogs and cats, and rabbit food, stuff like that, puppy food and kitten food that don't come that often. We're always asking for that. We usually get a lot of the dog food, the dry. The wet is where we're usually asking for more, which is understandable, but that's how we run here. Everything's on donations, and without our supporters, we wouldn't be here to help all these homeless girls and boys, and as you can see, they're amazing dogs, amazing dogs.
The animals at Hillside are all looking for good homes.
All our adoptable dogs are listed on our website at hillsidespca.com. We're also an Adopt a Pet and Pet Finder. So any cat or dog or rabbit or gerbil, anything is always going to be listed for those that are adoptable.
For more information, you can visit hillsidespca.com. On the next episode, we'll be talking about keeping your pet protected during flea and tick season.
AllCare Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call AllCare Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
Americans doubled a record high set just 2 weeks ago, with more than 6.6 million Americans applying for unemployment benefits last week. Meaning, coronavirus layoffs are accelerating. Job cuts are shown mounting against the backdrop of U.S. economies and abroad, sinking into a severe global recession. In the past several weeks, the U.S. economy suffered nearly 10 million layoffs, exceeding any corresponding period on record. Many economists see as many as 20 million jobs lost by the end of April, which more than doubles the 8.7 million jobs lost during the Great Recession. April's unemployment rate could spike up to 15%, which breaks 1982's record deep recession of 10.8%. Mahanoy Township Police are on the lookout for a pair of dog nappers near Shenandoah. A gold-colored pickup truck already carting 4 other dogs was seen yesterday stopping in front of Gold Star Beverage and taking the dog in the photo. Police are on the lookout for a woman with white and blue-colored hair and a man around 6 feet in height with long brown hair and a beard, wearing a hoodie that says Redneck. If you know who they might be, please contact the Mahanoy Township Police Department or dial 570-900-8789 for Charlie Wyln at the Bag Dog Fitness Center in Shenandoah. Here's to hoping the little one gets home safe and sound. And to wrap up our newscast on what looks like April Fool's Day aftermath, local motorists got more than just traffic information from one electronic road sign, maybe too much information. Here's what the sign said earlier this morning for motorists traveling along Route 309 near hometown. I need TP for my, and you can probably fill in the blank of that Beavis and Butthead reference. Officials believe the display may have been tampered with by an outside source. So, remember to stay safe out there and quit hoarding all the TP. We need it. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. You can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page or WYLNTV.com by clicking the LVHN banner for the real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. Look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine.